a dope groove by Steve.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
Welcome everybody to the next episode of Big Game Sports Buzz. I am Jay Stoggs, the buff nerd, and that is Big Game James. And this is where sports fanatics like myself and pro athletes like them, yes, get together and talk about sports and everything that goes with it. Thank you for joining us on this tremendously, totally exhilarating Tuesday.
It's just
What's up, Markel? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in.
It's just a Tuesday, bro.
It's not just another Tuesday. It's not just another Tuesday. First of all, thank you for joining in again. Make sure that you like, subscribe, smash that bell, throw up a like, tell somebody else because it's here. It's here. And oh, is it? Look, you know, Big Game, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I noticed that the hats have changed, I guess, because it's hockey season, and so you're ready to go ahead, head first into hockey season.
All right, let's go,
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Let's go,
Because as your season has ended for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and look, okay, yeah, we welcome all teams. You coming in here like this, yeah. Sorry, I'm not sorry for your loss.
Of course you're
I'm
not.
sorry for
Haters are never sorry. But I will say this, Jay Stoggs.
What's up?
First and foremost, man, before we get off into this and between the lines, right?
Yeah.
The better team won last night.
That's
the better overall team won last night. And
no
if
cap.
anyone
Right.
watched Big Games, Buccaneers versus Cowboys preview,
yeah,
what I said the Buccaneers needed to do, they could not do. And the outcome was what I said it would be if they didn't. So if you are a football fan, and like I say, guys, I'm a man of many hats. I didn't just play the game. I know the game. Please go check out, all my little short videos because I was dead on the money. And I called every game right this week except for the Buccaneers, for the Buccaneers Cowboys game. And that was really fun.
You led with your heart on that one, man.
That was my heart and my fans. That was for my heart and my fans right there, dog.
I understand. And you had to do that, man. Look, first of all, make sure that you subscribe to, again, Big Game Entertainment. A lot of great stuff, a lot of great content coming and is on here. But make sure that you do that. Again, anywhere that you listen to your platform, anywhere that you listen to your podcast, we are there. Amazon, Apple, Spotify, we're there on the podcast platform. Make sure you subscribe there as well. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Or a heart. We're good with that. But hey, man, look, this week we're going to talk. We got 4 downs. Of course, oh, hell no. We got to get in between the lines because, man, there was some stuff that happened in the playoffs that kind of got some people shook. And, we're going to have one got to go because that's what we do. And then top 5. And as you're thinking about it, top 5 players that held on just a little bit too long should have retired, should have let it go. Hey, let's go.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, man. Look, hey, I understand. Look, Margot, she's out there for you, man. She cares that you're disappointed about the loss, man. She has a big heart for you, big heart for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. Uh, but hey, there's some other stuff that's been going on besides, excuse me, the NFL playoffs. In our first down, we're going to tackle this. UGA coming off great back-to-back win. Look, historic win. Unfortunately, in the drive back, after gathering, we'll say, UGA player by the name of Devin Wilcott. Willocks, thank you. Willock. And a recruiting staffer passed away in a car crash. Now, there's some conversations that I've had with people, and this is a very, very unfortunate loss. He's an offensive lineman. I don't think he was declaring for the draft. I think he was actually coming back next year.
He's only 20 years old, man.
Oh yeah,
he was only 20 years old, man. It just
Ooh,
man, my heart, man.
So this one hurts because whenever you lose a life that young, and there's some questions, behind, what was happening beforehand and how the accident happened in the first place.
Well, now, Jay, they said a high rate of speed, and he was not wearing the seatbelt and was thrown from the vehicle, and how he lost his life. Because there was another offensive lineman in the car as well that was buckled up, and he's fine. And just the importance. I tell my son this all the time. I have a 20-year-old college student, and and I know when I was in my 20s, I never thought I could die, man. Not trying to be funny or anything else. Just kind of on top of the world, and I'm invincible kind of feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to let them know that life is real, life is precious, and you got to take all moments. Live it like live your full life, but be careful of what's going on around you. You got to put that seatbelt on when you get in the car, people. I mean, just
absolutely.
It's a tragic situation for the young lady, the staffer that was driving, and excessive speed, two something in the morning, after out celebrating. Had their parade and stuff earlier that day, celebrating the national championship, and here it is. How you can't really live the celebration long because now you got to bury a comrade and a friend.
Yeah. And there's a question that was brought up to me actually, was how do you think the president of that school will have to handle this, or how will it be? How will they handle it, as well as the athletic director?
I didn't even get that far, Jay. I didn't even get the thing in that far in advance. The ramifications from the president, from the president's standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, Kirby Smart will definitely, he's going to have to deal with that, bring the community in. But, from the athletic director and the president, how do they now view this tragedy and saying, hey, we had a parade, we had this going on and that going on. Well, what else are we doing here? So I think there's some real questions that are going to have to be asked and answered on behalf of the families that were involved, from the coach all the way up to the president. So I think that's a big one there. The big loss of life.
That's a tough one, Jay, because families are probably going to want to blame someone, and at the same time, that's why you always encourage young people to make smart decisions, man. That's a tough thing, man. I hate to even try to speculate and speak on it, man. Like I said, my heart just goes out to their family, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So switching gears, let's go ahead and get into that second down, man. And I'm going straight off the play sheet, brother. Playoff seeding. So the playoff seeding in the NFL, listen, I'm just going to put it like this. It has to change. It has to change. Not only does it need to change, but the times that they play need to change. I was watching First Take some clips, and they make a very good point. I believe it was Marcus Spears in saying San Francisco has an advantage over Dallas. A lot of the teams that played Saturday will have an
Yeah.
advantage
Yeah.
over the teams that play Sunday,
Yeah, they get a little extra
especially
day
the team that
of
play
rest.
Monday. Yeah, you get 2
Mhm.
days, right? So it's right. So going through that schedule of a week, right? After you play a football game, your body has to rest,
Right.
right? And so after you rest, then you go back into the meetings, right? You may have a light workout treatment, things like that, right? So kind of take us through that week. And what are your thoughts on the seeding and the playoff timetables?
Well, a couple of different things about this one, Jay. That it's not right because one, it's all set up around TV deals, man. The
Yeah.
league is about, think about it, you got to get Fox, CBS,
Hmm.
ESPN. I think they fulfilled the regular season contract with Amazon. Is good after that, but they're
Yeah.
really trying to fill all these time slots and games for all these TV contracts and deals. And so at the
Hmm.
end of the day, they're not thinking about the player and the toll it takes on the body and the right amount of break and rest that you need. This is already an extended season now. When you get to the playoffs,
Yeah.
that's why I say it's a new season,
Mm.
and it's a run that the players want to make. But your body, it takes a toll on your body. I don't give a damn who you
Yeah.
are, how well a conditioned athlete you are. It's a lot
Right.
of physical makeup that you have to go through, and to have quick turnarounds. The league's got to get better one scheduling.
Yeah.
Just get back to how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Work around your TV games of each round, maybe a different carrier gets a game or something. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got to really work it out if you want to take the player safety really into in the
But I thought
concern.
that's what they were doing.
That's what they told you, huh?
My bad. Keep going, gang.
Yeah. No, and then
Yeah.
the and shout out to Trey, J Stock's co-host on Cowboys Cutting Up. Trey says this
Yeah.
a lot, and I always give Trey a hard time just because he's a Dallas fan. But he made this point a while back. Here it is. Tampa is sub 500. This is my team,
Right.
guys. It's my team. Sub 500 team. They
Right.
win the division, which was the worst division in football this year,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
They get a home playoff game with a losing record. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. That game really should have been in doubt. I mean, they really need to get to seeding the teams,
Yeah.
which is one team that gets to bye. Everything
Yeah.
else after that, seeded by record. Seeded by
Yeah.
record. And home game played by the team with the best record gets that home game, not just the division winner. Because
Yeah.
you punish a team with a winning record to
Yeah.
have to go on the road because they played in a tougher division than the other team. It's just not. I
Right.
mean, it's not right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have a 12-5 team, and that's really my point was this. I think that Dallas or any team would have played harder knowing that, hey, if I can get that second seed, knowing that the first one is probably out of reach, but if I can at least get that second seed based on uh the winning percentage or
Right.
even power index or whatever you want to do, hey, now you're seeing those games on Saturdays, which I'm kind of like, okay, you got San Fran on Saturday, uh, and you're right. How you play that all NFC on Saturday, all AFC on Saturday on Sunday,
Right.
and then and flip them. So
And they all
there's
get the
no
same amount of days between the next
that's
game.
it. That's it. There's
Yeah,
no
man.
distinct difference on that, and especially when it comes to the players' safety. So to me, that's what has to happen. Unfortunately, NFL, to your point, it's about TV deals because that Tampa Bay Dallas game was the most it was the most watched over the weekend. This next week, the San Fran Dallas game will be the most watched over the weekend. It's
Right.
not to disrespect anyone else, but it's an old rivalry that's now coming back,
Right.
right?
Trying to renew it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so people want to see if Dallas is going to, crap the bed and disappoint like they generally have done over the decades. So there has to be something that gets changed. The competition committee, and I'm pretty sure that's who would handle this, has to, or scheduling has to do something better for the playoffs. They
And if
have
not,
to.
the union needs to step in for the players, man. But
Where is the union?
nothing will change until the next collective bargaining agreement. And
Yeah.
there's so many different things they need to do. And I used to laugh, Jay, back in the day. Not laugh, but I used to smile,
Yeah.
say, okay. When old heads would tell me some things we need to work on and change, And you know, you young, like no big deal. Now as I'm older, looking back, I mean, looking down now on some of these younger players and what I'm like, dude, y'all need to protect yourselves, man. Y'all need to really get out here and fight for some change in this thing because and people from the outside be like, well, they're being greedy. They get paid lots of money. Man, you ain't been out there and been hit by mini Mack trucks and shit. It's a whipping on you.
But I think also the point needs to be made that people talk about the amount of money, and yes, they make money, but there's a certain percentage that makes the money that makes the newspapers, right?
Right.
That's on ESPN. Because when you look at the vast majority of the league, they're not making that.
Right. There's not a lot of Pat Mahomes contracts out there.
No,
everyone.
True. Right?
Everyone.
I mean, you got to think of on a 53-man roster, right? And you can look at every roster in the NFL. Your quarterback is going to take up the most, right? And a lot of times nowadays, they may take up in that year, they may take up to 30-40% of that roster's monies.
Right.
And so now you got that. You have a top tier receiver, a top tier running back, your top tier defensive player. Well, that's 60, 70, sometimes 80, 85% or 80% of your money, of your cap. So that leaves 20% for, I would say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but probably about 40 guys.
Right.
35 to 40 guys on a 53-man roster.
Yeah.
They're not making the millions like that.
Nope.
They're not making the millions. So
and we need to do another show and bring a numbers guy in here to really crunch that part. But
yeah,
it's just at the end of the day,
Bluetooth connected.
The game is the game.
Yeah.
We want the game to be played right. We want it to be played fairly. And just watch out for the players because fans do deserve to get the football they want, right? Which is basically just good games. Which is good games. That's all a fan is entitled to. You're entitled to a good game. You're not entitled to tell me what day I need to play on for your convenience. The NFL needs to, because the player's the one that's out there taking the beating. The league always not taking the beating in the ass whooping.
But you know what though, man? Here's what I say: you can put football, you can put NFL on any day because they play Monday, they play Thursday, they play Saturday now, and they play Sunday.
Right.
There's 2 days they don't play out of the week. 3 days. I'm sorry, 3 days out of the week they don't play.
Yeah, what? Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, I say 3. I say correct. And Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Friday.
Friday.
Give them a little bit more time.
Give them some time. They'll bump it up to another weekend, and so they'll say, "Well, we got to fit this in." So, I'm surprised that, and maybe it's not enough time or enough weeks, but I think at some point they're going to have to add another bye week in the regular season.
That's come up before.
Yeah,
and if you're going to add these games, because Jay, it's only a matter of time before it goes to 18 games, dog. It's gonna. They made the 17 to see if they can stretch it to 18. Is the rumor I've been told from somebody that works in the league office. So if they add the 18th game, which they've been talking about doing, they got to add the extra bye week. They have to.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen.
That's the only way to be able to get through it, man, and survive and not feel like you about to die.
Man. Bad segue, but hey, you know what? Let's just go into this third down. Alabama basketball player by the name,
Lord,
Darius Miles is up on charges, allegedly shooting death of Jamea Harris, right? And it's not only just him, but it's also another person that's involved that's been arrested. We just talked about, Devin Willock. Young folks, if for nothing else, there has to be another way. It's just, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, other than the fact that this is another unfortunate situation that, in my opinion, just didn't have to be. And whatever the circumstances were, it didn't have to be.
Right.
So, prayers to her family and all of that. And I'm gonna leave it to you. That's really all I have to say about this. I'm really kind of sickened by it. It's just a bad situation.
Man, this is the only reason I want to talk about this, Jay. And
Yeah.
and we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this down because it's tragic in so many ways, and it hurts to think that, as a parent, your kids, you send your kids to school for a higher education. Now, being where we were all students before, right? We know that there's more than just school going on at school.
Right.
Kids are going to be kids. They're going to have a good time. But all the senseless violence around the country that's going on at these universities, what happened at University of Idaho, but here it is.
Yeah.
You're going to school, you're playing a sport, more than likely you're living out a dream.
Yeah.
What gets that bad where you got to pull a gun and fire into a car and kill somebody, man? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I can't try to make sense of it because my mind doesn't work like that. I've wanted to choke, fight, punch, knock somebody out before.
Right.
Not never one time have I said, man, I'm about to get my heat and let's dump. And you got so much to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got so my heart goes out to Jamia Harris's family because it's just a tragic situation. And here it is. You should be in school, having a time of your life, playing a sport you love, living your dream, getting ready to make your life better, to live better later on. And yet here it is, you're going to spend the rest of your life behind bars. Ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it, man. I mean,
that's it.
That's really it. Not trying to, and a lot of people know what's going on now because everybody, all our fans who watch this show, they watch sports just like we do, but just kind of give the perspective of, how does that affect your teammates? The other people around you, because now people got to try to answer these questions and speak for something so idiotic that you did, and you hurt so many people in the process of doing this, man. So
not only the team, but now your program.
Yeah, we got to do better, y'all. Got to do better.
Yeah, got to. Speaking of doing better, 4th down, Aisha's guy, I won't say it's yours, but Aisha's guy, Russell Westbrook, caught on film against the Houston Rockets as they're going to halftime. He leans over to the coach and says, hey, pats him on the back, says, hey, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. And the coach turns to him and says, what? What'd you say? LeBron's like, hey, man, it's all good. It's like, no. Y'all need to do better. Coaches, y'all got to do better.
Man. Gang. The Lakers made this bed. They got to lay in this dude. And as much, I try to give Russ the benefit of the doubt because at a point in time, he was a great player, man.
He was.
But the day that fool put on a skirt, I knew something was wrong. And
look,
and so, but to have the blunders and mess ups that he's had on the court, to have the gall to tell a coach you got to do better.
You got to do better.
This damn near was my oh hell nah, Jay. It damn near was my oh hell nah. Like, and what, dude?
Yeah,
you're right now. The playoffs started today. You're not in. You're coming off the bench. You were halfway getting to a point where you had a role playing and going for yourself, where people were saying, like, all right, Russ gets it. He's finally turning the corner and turning a new leaf. And all hell to the nah. Here we go. You gonna speak out? Hey, man, you gotta do better.
I love the pat on the back, though. That's my favorite part. When he pat on it, just, hey, man, y'all got to do better.
Jay,
like it was very sincere.
Jay, I know you see this chat.
Don't put that.
You gonna put that shit up? You gonna put that up?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Bridget, that's what we're doing. Hey, girl, don't be mad that I know we at the house with y'all right now. It's okay. It's okay.
That couch is getting a little bigger. It's getting a little bit more snug. Man, all day. But yeah, you got Russ. You already know what that is, right?
Oh, all day, every day.
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
Oh, hell no.
That's right, folks. This is Oh Hell No. This is where we look at things that happen during the week in sports, and it makes us just say, oh, hell no. I'm going first this week because I think everyone knows what my oh hell no is. And look, Brett Maher. I'm all down. I'm down for breaking records. I'm down for setting records. I'm down for excellence, especially with the star on the side of your helmet. But bruh, an extra point, it is 12 yards away. It's 12. It's 12. No, I'm sorry. It's 22 yards away now because they moved it back. It's 22 yards away. This is a chip. You do this in your sleep. For whatever reason, the first one, okay, I get that. Nerves. All right, got it. You've been, solid the whole season. Solid. The second one, well, okay. Pretty much missed it the same way. All right. The third one, push to the left. Now listen. Here's what I was saying. Here's what I was screaming as I was watching this with other fans so we could, basically cry together. It's better to cry together, folks. Don't cry alone. Cry together. 2-point conversions. Why are we not doing 2-point conversions? Because this clown clearly was out at Tampa getting it in.
Man, that man wasn't getting it in. It just got in his head. It just got in his head. It had nothing to do with getting it in.
I saw?
Go ahead.
You know who I saw running across the field before the game?
Who?
Warren Sapp and Brooks. And I know, I know they was out there getting it in. So I have to believe, because they kind of laughed and chuckled at him like, hey, I remember you. We was on the same spots.
You had they man went to Mons Venus or 2001 Odyssey, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Little something may have happened, but
they should have left him there. Left him there. He shouldn't even he shouldn't even get on the plane. Don't even get him economy. Get that dude a Corolla.
Well, now, if they would have lost that game, he wouldn't have been on the team's plane. And that's happened once before. Daniel Snyder did that back in 2001 in playoffs when we beat the Skins. Holder fumbled the snap, they missed it, and that fool they bought him a ticket to go home, but he couldn't come back on the team plane. That is let me tell you,
classic. Hey, look, I'm not a Dan Snyder fan, but I can get down with it. I can dig it. Yeah, rent that dude, put him on the Greyhound. Because I tell you what, the moment he would have got off that plane,
and you throwing hands, Jay? You throwing hands, dog?
Dude, I'm driving up to DFW like, let's go. Let's go. I'm at DFW right now. Let's go. All I want is Brett Maher. I don't care about nobody else. Brett Maher. That's all I want. It's sad when your quarterback is like, what the frick? Going for 2 points.
Right. Well,
man, I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's all good. You had to let that one out, man. As a Cowboys fan, yet that should have been your oh hell no.
Man, sugar honey
mine is there's a way to do everything. And a few weeks ago, we celebrated Ed Reed taking the Bethune-Cookman job. But yesterday on MLK Day, Ed Reed decided that he had to air the dirty laundry of how Bethune-Cookman's last coaching staff left his office and how so many things weren't cleaned up, weren't done on campus when he got there. And Jay, I don't know if you saw this rant and Ed Reed going crazy.
I did.
It may have been it may have been deserved, but I believe there's a way that you do everything, and the way it went down. Now, I'm gonna say this: not all HBCUs are the same.
Correct.
Ed, you got to a little bit more to gutter down the Daytona, buddy. They're having a hard time keeping the lights on as is. A hurricane ran through the city and the state not too long ago, back during hurricane season. Waiting on federal funding to get some things done. It's gonna be a little messed up down there, Cookman. Ain't gonna be what you expect. But you can't let that South Florida come out and just let it all out for the world to see, because they are looking for anything they can use against you later on.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. So, Ed Reed, you got a right to be mad, bro. But oh, hell nah, how you handled it, dog. Handle it better.
I mean, his excuse me. Here's where you really kind of know where you are with this team, all right? With this program. Let's just say with this program. All right. The fact that, and I think I've said this when we talked about him getting his position. And his was Deion did the same thing, right? When people stole his stuff, he came out.
Yeah, somebody gave me that boom box. Big Jerry. Yeah.
That's wrong, Deion. That's wrong. Hey, did the same thing. But when he left for Colorado, y'all pissed and mad. Why he leaving? Why he leave? He should stay. He should stay. Listen, you got to call out what's wrong, okay? Bethune-Cookman in 2020, had a 5-3, had a 7-4 record. That's the best record they've had since. In 2020, 2021, they didn't even play. It was a COVID year. I get that. They didn't play. Other people did. They didn't. But in 21 and 22, in 22 and 23, they had a 2-9 season. 2-9. So Ed Reed, that's what you came into. 2-9. If they 2-9, they don't have a clean office. I can't expect them to have that. They don't have the best of the best because they 2-9. I don't know any program that's 2-9 that has nice stuff, because they wouldn't have nice stuff because they 2-9. That's what it is. Now go in, you called it out, you got eyes on it now, clean it up. That's all I'm asking. Go ahead, clean it up, man. Make it better. Leave it better than you did. That's what Deion did. Coach Prime did it. Jackson State and HBCUs and the state of HBCUs are better because he did what he did. Man, what's good? How you feeling? Yeah, you see Titan, he doing this thing.
Yes, Jackson's team won. My son Jackson had a basketball game tonight, and they won by 17 points tonight. Good win. Good win for the Emerson Mavericks.
Did they play Bethune-Cookman? My bad, that's a shot. That's a shot. Hey, let's go ahead. Playoffs for this weekend. Let's get into them things. That's right, folks. The playoffs. I still love that soundbite. NFL playoffs was this weekend, and there were some games that make you actually just kind of scratch your head, like, really? That happened? So, if you pull up the schedule, if you remember the schedule, the picks that you had last week, do you remember the picks you had?
Yeah, I do. I got them up right here.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and if people don't believe me, go back, watch the last show, man.
That's what I want them to do. Go back, look at the schedule, look at the last week.
And I got a text right here too that I could post. I got the dates time stamped on it. Ain't like I lied and cheated. You know what I'm saying? I got it right here, man.
So,
but Jay, it was some good games, man. And I think starting with the Chargers and Jaguars, you were up 27 points. And Jay, I'm gonna ask a question first before we kind of discuss. Why the hell are people blaming Justin Herbert?
I don't think you can.
He don't play defense. He didn't give up. He didn't give up the lead.
but he didn't score.
That's the point. But if I've already spotted you 27, if I've already spotted you 27 points, all you have to do is not give up 28.
But no, I agree. But if you score that much, the thought process should be, well, you should be able to continue to score. Maybe not at the same clip because they make adjustments, but you also make adjustments. Now, that was very, very interesting. I'll say that because I thought Jacksonville was going to win as well. It was just something about this team and Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, those guys together seem to know something. Okay, they've mind melded together.
They
got
man.
it.
They
click. It's something about that team in San Diego that, and maybe it was Justin Herbert being hurt this whole season. He wasn't 100%, but when you put up 24 points in the first half, I think it was 24 points. You have a 24-point lead, something like that.
And the interception, man. Okay, the Chargers had a 27-point lead. Trevor Lawrence had he threw 3 picks in the first, 3 or 4 picks in the first half, 3 in the first quarter.
Yeah,
game should have been done. Now
done.
Joe Lombardi, their offensive coordinator got he got the can today.
Bye bye.
Here it is. You got Austin Eckler as your running back, and you don't ground and pound. You don't go to your clock management offense to where you keep that clock running. And
Austin Eckler is a touchdown machine this season.
Man, what? I'm putting the ball in his hands some way, somehow, some shape, some form. Hey, but them boys down the Duval is going crazy, man. They going crazy. They living their best life, man.
They are living their best life.
Yeah, but that game, I called that one, dog. I promise I did.
You did. That I knew it was something about the Jags, man. I just said, look, they do it. And if I didn't call it, then I'm calling it now. There you go. Seahawks Niners. I think we both said though that the Niners were the best team, in my opinion, in the NFL. I think they're the best team in the NFL.
That's what I said that too. After they got that CMC trade, coach, they switched it up, Jay. Like they've been a lot better. They've executed well. But I'm gonna say this, and I've made fun and talked about Geno Smith a lot. Bro, I gotta tip my hat to Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks, what they were able to do with him this year. And Seattle gave the 49ers a good fight for a while. And
absolutely.
They just kind of ran out of gas. That defense took over, bro, and it was a different ball game.
Yeah. I don't know if Geno comes back to Seattle.
If you're Seattle, do you sign him? Do you want him back? He did what you wanted to do. He didn't do it great, but he's proven he can do it for you.
He broke Russell's records.
Right now, that ain't looking hard, though. And I never thought I would have said that before.
But he broke his he's Geno Smith is all time now Seahawk, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, because what are your prospects out there? And what are you trading for? Like, what do you have that you can trade? Because now that since you made the playoffs, right? You understand that where your position is.
But they get Denver's pick for trading Russell. So that's true. They get a great pick because the Broncos are stupid.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, are they stupid? But yeah, they are. I mean,
you looking back at this season, they pretty dumb, buddy.
And they've made some, it's crazy. After that Super Bowl, the last one with Peyton Manning, Denver just has not been a good team.
Well, they've missed at the QB position since Peyton Manning's been gone.
And some would argue, even before then, because Peyton Manning only had 123 yards and 0 touchdowns in that game. 0.
Well,
just saying.
He might,
but he had no picks.
He was close to being on that list for The
He
one that
sure
shut it down
was.
too late. He was close, buddy.
If he didn't win that Super Bowl,
18 years. You might have should have quit at 16, Peyton. But it's
man,
all good. He got another championship, dog.
he had to. Eli had to. Eli had to. Dolphins Bills. This should not have.
I'm not gonna say that because Josh Allen's ass got pretty cocky, Jay. And he did some things to not take care of the ball that you should have learned last year from Kansas City. You know what you need to do going into this game, and for it to be hats off to the Dolphins, man. Here it is, Tom. That you get your third quarterback.
Yeah,
Tua's out, Bridgewater's out, third quarterback, and no one's giving you a chance. You're in Orchard Park.
Yeah,
you in Buffalo.
Cold weather. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely. Man, that's definitely one that I didn't think would go that route, but it did. Grandizer, what's good, man? Good to see you. Yeah, what a game. What a game. What a game, Grandizer.
It wasn't what a game, man.
What?
Y'all played a 8-9 team that only averaged 18 points all year.
We're going to leave that for last. That was one of the name.
Okay.
Come on.
Cool.
Giants, Vikings. Who had this one?
Thank you. I said it, bro.
Kirk Kane, didn't he?
Hey, man, Kirk Kane, I've not trusted Kirk Kane ever, dog. And like I said, Kirk Kane wins games. He gets things done. He'll put up numbers sometimes, except for when it counts, and that's in the playoffs. When it counts in the playoffs, he go to sleep. He night.
This game, to me, the Giants, the score is not indicative. That's a big word, y'all. SCT, come with me. It's indicative, though. It is not indicative of the score. It is not indicative of the score. 31-24. No, the Giants were manhandling the Vikings the whole game.
Yeah, they came back a little late. But, Jay, and Kirk Cousins' excuse for throwing the short pass on the 4th and 8.
Yeah,
hey, man, the receivers, everybody, you got to know. Get past the marker in your route. Get past the marker. What the world? And as my boy Big Low Country would say, you got to get past the sticks, Bo.
4 steps. 4 steps. Hey, Grandizer, everybody saw Josh Allen trying to take on the DT, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Christian Wilkins to dump him on his neck. I ain't gonna lie. I was rooting for the D lineman to just go in and dip him real quick. He was trying to give Christian Wilkins the business, and then the big home run play they tried to go to where they really didn't have to. They could have kept managing the ball because they were going to probably drive and score again if they would have just managed the clock better. It was boneheadish on their part. But man, I'm not trying to be funny, Jay. When the Dallas Cowboys went to Minnesota and beat down the Vikings the way they did, and then the way Green Bay beat them the second game or second time around in Green Bay, I was like, the Vikings don't stand a chance because Brian Daboll and the New York Giants, they do things well that fit them. And they just had they had the matchup problems that I knew that worried me about Minnesota, And I know my boy Big Matt don't want to hear that. My boy Jason don't want to hear that. But
appreciate you, Grandizer. Keep hitting that like, and all y'all keep hitting that like and those hearts. Hey, make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you know when we're on, because we always love to chat with you about sports and all things that are involved with it. Yeah, I mean, that was
something like that.
Ravens Bengals. Did you think the Ravens were going to give that much?
Yeah. You know why? Even though Lamar Jackson was out, this is a rivalry game, dude. A division game.
It is.
Third time playing a team.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season, Jay. Even when they're not playing great, even when their quarterback's not there, Huntley didn't do a bad job. The fumble and Hubbard being able to run that thing back 90+ yards to set a playoff record for a fumble return. That's awesome. I mean, it's just a great play, but you got to tip your hat to what Harbaugh's done with that team in Baltimore. And the only issue I had with this whole game is that Lamar Jackson wasn't there to cheer his teammates on. That was almost my old hell no today.
Ooh. Because I was, his team is like they stomping for him. Like, yo, we need to pay Lamar so he can come back.
Right.
We would have won if Lamar was here.
Yeah, they all out on Lamar Jackson, dog. Like, hey, Lamar here, we win. But why you not? Hey, I don't care what the contract situation is, and this is really and you not healthy enough to play. I understand that. If you can't play, don't.
Big coat.
RG3 said something that made a lot of sense because he said, look what happened to me. But be there for your boys, dog. That's just the way I look at it. That's just me.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying, on the field if you don't need to be. Till you get your pay.
Hosting a playoff party. Yeah, he hosting a playoff party at the house. And you the starting quarterback. Oh, you were. But we're gonna obviously keep our eyes and ears on that one because I don't think he stays there.
I don't either. I think
done.
I don't want to say the bridge is burned, but what Mystical said, I smell smoke
already. Hey, and of course, Monday night. Dun 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 dun. Look, man, we won't relive it. We won't rehash it until tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Boo, boo. We'll rehash it tomorrow. Cowboys cutting up Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Cowboys cutting up that's the only place you're gonna get congratulated. No. And if anybody joined late and you're watching this late, I said this at the beginning of the show.
You did.
The better team won, and I congratulated Jay Stoggs on the Cowboys doing something they haven't done in the last 30 years.
30 years. That's correct.
They went out and got it done. And even Kellen Moore, he had a good game plan call for Dak because the one thing we did do that I want us to do, we stopped the run, but we could not take care of the middle of the field. We couldn't stop Schultz, the tight end, and it opened up everything else. Dak, he spread the ball out. He got different people involved. He didn't hold on to it long. I think Vita Vea had 1 sack in that game. The lack of pass rush, not to make it, like I said, I don't want to make excuses because, I tell my students at school this all the time. Hey, man, don't make an excuse. Stand up and be a man and own what it is. And we got our ass handed to us, dog. I mean, it's just,
you got that spanking, yeah.
It hurt. It hurt.
I mean, for me, it was. I have to say this. Look. Kellen Moore can go to Carolina. I don't care because those first 6 plays. Right. I mean, they're scripted plays. The first 15 plays are scripted, correct? Yes. So the first series, 3 and out, everyone knew it was 3 straight passes. 3 straight passes. The next 3 plays, it was 2 runs and a pass because now you're down in distance. So it's like everyone knows what you're doing. Everyone has it. They got you down.
Right.
It wasn't until Dallas said, okay, we're going to play in a hurry up, which means now Dak has to make decisions and make calls, right? He's making the majority of the calls. Well, if that's the case, now I'm looking at Kellen Moore like, bro, hey, you shouldn't be calling. If Dak is able to do this in a hurry up offense,
right?
Nice.
Yeah,
we're going to talk more about that, but I mean, there's some things there that it made me say, okay, all right, here we go. But yeah, great win, absolutely great win for the Dallas Cowboys. This is the end of an era, bro. This is the end of an era. We've all witnessed now the end of an era. Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky. Greatest of all time.
Why you writing off our quarterback? You don't know if it's the end of the era. He told you what he's doing.
He's done. He's done.
Yeah.
He's listen.
Brady don't play defense, bro.
He doesn't, but he sure didn't play offense last night either. Okay, he did.
He couldn't throw the ball. Y'all got pass rush.
No. There was no look. Yes,
Jay Suggs, y'all to get pass rush on Tom Brady.
There was pass rush. Yes, but when there wasn't, he still wasn't making throws. He was underthrowing cat. He was trying the interception in the end zone. He was trying to throw it out of bounds and couldn't.
I don't believe that because if you're trying to throw it out of bounds, you put it out of bounds.
Yeah, but he can't because he's old.
Man, let's go. Come on, dog. Get the hell on. What we got next, dog? I done been a man. I done stood up. I done congratulated
You have, man.
And you know, I'm gonna say this. I don't care what happens. Tom Brady, thank you for getting the Tampa Bay second championship in franchise history.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you want to do next year, that's cool. Just make a swift, sound decision so the team can do what they need to do for its future. Period. Point blank. Period.
Go to the booth.
That's
go
all
Miami,
I want.
Go to the booth.
Go get that 15 mil or go to South Beach and get you a new thong song, whatever it is you want to do, dog.
Go to the booth. Be in the booth.
So
get your podcast or something. I don't know. Come on this podcast. Love to have you.
I'll be glad. I love to have you. I even wear that jogging suit, your brand. You got a 4X. I'll wear
it. Hey man, let's go to that segment no one likes. This is one gotta go. Let's do it.
Hater. So tonight, one gotta go. We're going, the playoffs came around. I'm gonna keep it football theme. And Jay Stoggs said I had a repeat last night, so I really had to dig deep to find one that I haven't done before.
Hey.
Tonight's one gotta go. Wide receiver duos. One wide receiver duo to never have existed. Which duo would you pick? My first one, Jerry Rice and T.O. Jerry Rice, T.O. Second, two of my former teammates, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne. Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, number 2. Number 3, Randy Mossy and Chris Carter. Moss and Carter. Last but not least, Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce, which I think both of these guys are kind of underrated. So you got Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Weezy, and Marvin Harrison, T.O. Jerry Rice. One got to go. Yeah, look at that face. Ooh, woo, woo.
You know what? I'm going to surprise you.
Maybe not.
I'm going to surprise you. T.O. and Jerry Rice.
Man, you looking at my cheat sheet?
T.O. and Jerry Rice. And if you know, you know. Individually, awesome. Together, when they were together, not so much. So, yeah, Jerry Rice.
I picked the same duo, Stoggs. And it's not because of what you said. It was just so much later in Jerry Rice's career.
Yeah, exactly.
So he outtutored him a little bit, but it wasn't the same as Carter and Moss, even though Carter was a wily veteran. Marvin and Reggie made each other better. The same thing with Bruce and Holt. Because you can go back to Jerry Rice and John Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's a couple different combinations, but it is what it is, man. I thought I hit you with some.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. I had to think on that one.
Yeah, so okay,
that one I had to think on.
So I know how I got to get the buff nerd a little bit more now. Either with good football duos or keep it on the table with some food. Because if I would have said kolache or donut, which one you getting rid of? Oh, sorry.
Ooh,
one got to go, kolache or a donut.
Next week, I'm gonna have to think on that one. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna hit you with some food with the food one next week, man.
The food one's always tough for me because I'm always like none. None.
All right, man.
You know what it is? You gonna play the thing?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hey, this is top 5 because some people have a top 100, a top 50, a top 25, or they may just punk out and do a top 10. But here on Big Game Sports Buzz, we have a top 5. Who's in, who's out. This week, in light of the greatness that is Tom Brady, players who did not retire when they should have. They held on a little bit too long. Top 5 players that held on too long.
Before we get into this, dog, when you sent me the top 5,
You already knew.
I'm like, this what we doing? Like, you're not even gonna let man, you ain't even let me mourn.
Nope.
You ain't
Nope.
even let me let
Nope.
me cry and weep over the loss.
Nope.
You already talking about my quarterback. And
The
with
embers.
you picking the topic, you picked the topic without even saying anything. I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit him in the stomach as soon as I see him, man.
As
So
soon
wrong.
as you're like, hey man, here we go. Here's the run. She was like, cool. I already got the top 5.
Yeah, like my text is like, as soon as it said sent, I had 3 dots up. I'm like, God damn. He saw it already? He ready
Yes,
to go.
sir. So hey, make sure, and this is all of sports, not just football, all of sports. Players, athletes who play just a little bit too long.
Hey Jay, here it is, man. Here's
Yeah.
my top 5. And I'm like I said, I did this is no order because they all hung on too damn long. I'm doing the J Styles Express style tonight. So top 5. Hung on a little too long.
Yeah.
Johnny Unitas. You know, Johnny Unitas was the Baltimore Colt. Now, I know I was real too young and didn't really see him play a lot, but I saw Johnny Unitas in a Chargers uniform, and I was like, "What the hell? When did he do this?" And like, just saw some highlights, and he looked like he was about to die. Like he was out there just getting like hit, smashed. I'm just like, "Yo, that's not the old highlights I saw. The Colts and the greatness I saw." Like, so you know, when you say too long, and you go back and you ask like, older people, you know, historians of the game, kind of how that went down, it's sad. 4. I'm gonna go to the boxing ring.
Yeah.
George Foreman. I didn't realize George Foreman had a super big resurgence. You know, I mean, but no. Let me erase that. Because you know when Foreman and Ali fought the first time, dude, I'm like favorites or whatever. You know, so like when you learn of Ali in different matches and see highlights,
right?
And then later on, you're like, wait a minute, that's the dude he said was he beat what the hell? He fighting again, and he got a grill. George Foreman ass was too long. He hung on too long. That's just me. So I got George Foreman, man. Back on the football field.
Yeah.
Brett Favre. Brett Favre was a legend in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And you know, he left Minnesota. Then the Jets thing too. Brett Favre, he hung on too long. He should have just gave it up. And then sending the PP picks and just deteriorating from the legend he was in Green Bay. Brett Favre for me, man. Then, now keep it on the football field. Forgive me. Emmitt Smith. You tell me Emmitt Smith looked right in the Arizona Cardinals uniform, bro. I understand why he did it, but it was just wrong in so many ways.
Yeah.
And then last but not least for me, Michael Jordan in the Washington Wizards uniform. Just never was right. And it wasn't the MJ, wasn't the way I wanted to imagine MJ.
Right.
At all. And then I gotta give you one honorable mention.
Why? It's 5. It's not top 5 and honorable mention. It's not what this is.
Chuck Liddell.
It's and you still did it.
Go ahead.
You still did it. See, he's just a habitual line stepper, to quote one Charlie Murphy. Yeah, you can clap, whatever, because you have the clap button. Appreciate you, Richardson family. Love you. Thank you. All the support and all of that. I don't know what this is about, but I appreciate y'all. Hey man, look. Hey, appreciate you. You know what I mean? Appreciate all the love. Look, Emmitt Smith is also on my list. You're correct. When he left, I was like, yo, Emmitt, it's done. It's over with, man. It's, you know, and Emmitt Smith is one of my favorite Cowboys of all time, but not as an Arizona Cardinal. So yeah, there's that part. Michael Jordan also, man. Again, I will say this to the end, greatest of his era, not of all time. Okay, so I continue to say that greatest of his era. I too have one from boxing, but it's actually Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, whoa. Okay. All right, not a bad one, dog.
He did hit the clap button, didn't he? Yo, Roy Jones Jr. at the end was like, dude, please stop. please stop. Like his people would like, yo, don't take the fight, man. Just do something else. Yeah.
Hey, I hated it too because Antonio Tarver beat the snot out of. I was like, ooh, ow,
pure
man.
D snot, bro. Pure D snot. So Roy Jones
Right.
Jr. made that list for me easily. And there's plenty of boxes, unfortunately, that could have fit. Gary Payton. Listen, another dude that I love. But the glove, whew, man, he was more like a handkerchief. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
did he turn to the mitten?
it wasn't even a mitten. This a mitten covers. He more like a handkerchief, bro. You're like, and fly off. It was bad, man. Just not good. And then finally, Matty Ice, aka now Matty Lukewarm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Thurman Thomas.
That was a good list.
He's always a Bill, but yeah, man, Grandizer, he was. Yeah, but yeah, Matt Ryan.
Oh, that's right. Thurman went down to the Dolphins.
He did.
Because hey, you know how I remember that now? We scrimmaged them fools, and I was like, this don't even look right in this color. With the Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins, we had joint practices in Orlando over at the Citrus Bowl, and we played each other in the preseason that week, and we worked with each other all week.
Yeah.
And I remember Thurman Thomas coming out of he was still fast and could still scat, but I was just like, yo, this don't even look. Wow, Granddad said the oven mitt.
He was not the glove, my guy. Look, okay, Marco, go Chiefs. Yeah, whatever. You know, cool. Yeah, whatever. You know, that's cool. That's cool.
Man,
she repping the squad. We appreciate when people come in and rep their squad because this is Big Game Sports buzz. So yeah, rep your squad.
It's not Big Game Cowboys buzz
or Chiefs buzz, but it's sports, and so we appreciate it.
We appreciate all fans celebrating and loving their teams.
He's got some good ones, Granddad. Make sure that you check him out. He has lots of shorts. Make sure that you check out the channel. I know you do. Make sure you tell others. Man, the pewter perspective that he does, as well as the shorts that he has on Big Game Entertainment, awesome stuff. So make sure that you check that out. Tomorrow, of course, we'll have Cowboys Cutting Up, 8 p.m. We're going to talk playoffs, what happened with the Bucks, and looking forward to San Francisco. And then Thursday, the Philly boys will be on. Man,
they're gonna be in rare form this week, dog. Because they actually play this week, and I need to hit Dieter up because I want to know what he thinks about. Have you heard this, Jay?
What's up?
Jalen Hurts said that there's a bounty on him every week. I'm just saying, dog. I really want to get their take on it. I got to drop in on the show.
Drop in 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
You know, get in the chat because I need an answer to that.
Eastern Standard Time. Yo, man, for sure. Hey, appreciate you, Grandizer, for coming through here. Hey, yeah, for sure. Good luck to those Cowboys, man. We're going to need it. But make sure that you tune in. Yo, appreciate love. I'm Jay Stocks, the Buff Nerd.
And I'm your boy, Big Game James. Thank you for tuning in to Big Game Sports Buzz.
Let's go.
We out.
Dope. It's a dope groove.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line?